Let's see. I'm watching it over here. It says YouTube and Riverside. I'm going to I don't see myself coming up. Interesting. Let me see if the channel itself, if I'm on, it's just not going to the right. Oh, it says that I'm live. So I am live, but where am I? Oh, I'm on this. Welcome to the live show. I'm on a different one. Hey, you guys. Okay, let me go and copy this. So it went to the wrong welcome to our live show. So it's doing it something different. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, whatever. Let me go to this other spot to tell people that I'm here. Oh, not that one. Eh, I'll cut this all off of the podcast because we're using something new. Let me tell them we're here. And let me go to the chat. And I got it over here. Let's see if I could get that. Can I get that there? Come on. Come on. Uh no, not chop live chat. No live chat. Oh well. I'm gonna just do it, even though I know. Let's see. Sorry guys. This is my first time doing live here where it's public. I did a test and it worked really good. And I'm just gonna say go to the channel because it actually did a upcoming. Let's just share this. And I'm gonna say go to my main channel because it went on its own to a different live stream. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so I was gonna put the link in here, but let me just pin. And then people will see as they go to the channel, "Hey, what can I say?" Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, there probably will be nobody here because YouTube and it's not StreamYard, it's called Riverside has actually made a stream location for me, and so it says, "Welcome to our live." Yeah, nobody's here, that's okay. I'm gonna do this anyways. I am going to be live here anyways. Let me do my screen share. I'm going to do all of this, and I apologize. There's nobody here, but it's because of the issues of doing this for the first time on a different platform. This is what happens. This is what happens. 3 minutes. Oh well. It is what it is. Hey, today is going to be awesome, even though nobody's going to be here because the stream is a different link. Okay, let's go and do a screen share anyways. I'm going to do a screen share and I'll just push this out to the public later on instead of you guys hanging out with me. The thing that I like about us hanging out together is that I can really chat with you guys. That's why I love doing my podcast live. And I'm back. Happy 2025, everyone. And it's really delayed because I've got my laptop over here. I'm looking to see what it looks like because I'm curious. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Hey. Hey. Oh, that switched me over. All right. Welcome to Capture and Connect. I will cut this off later, but this is great information. So I will just go ahead and share this off to the public. Believe my mic is working. I've had nothing but problems, but it's okay because it's progress over perfection. That's what we do. And I will share this with you later. So today, you could see that here, right here, over here, I'm live, and it's every Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, and on YouTube, PhotoBiz Method. And actually, I couldn't even get so hey, Facebook's not here either because I gave him the wrong link. So this is my first time using a software program or software company called Riverside, which I absolutely like. So it's nothing to do with Riverside. And I love StreamYard. I used to stream in StreamYard. So if you guys like to do video for your photography and you want to go on live like I'm doing, which is kind of scary, but I do it so much that I don't even care anymore. I used to be like, oh my gosh, everything's so messed up, but who cares? You know what I mean? Honestly. So I've just learned that the best programs you have to learn because I was trying to do something really easy. Same with you guys when it comes to websites. Everybody wants to do stuff really, really easy. I'm going to share with you a path today, a photography, my path to start the new year. But we all really want to try to do things easy because we don't know, right? We're trying to learn and then we build upon that. But I've learned too that if something takes more time to learn, most of the time, it's really good. And Riverside is absolutely amazing. I love this company. You guys rock. Same with other companies. I love ClickFunnels. You guys rock. That's another thing. ClickFunnels is another great place to hang out photographers once you're established because honestly, that's a great way to make money in ClickFunnels. They've built where you can make your own website now. Oh yeah, blog, everything. Russell Brunson and his team are rocking it. Okay, but with that said, this is a pre-pod. We are not, and this is not actually on the podcast. I'm going to start the podcast. I like to talk to people, but again, missed out on that. It says 5 watching. Oh, are you guys here? Oh, you guys are here. There's people here. I just can't believe it. Because you guys have the wrong. I'm so excited. Hey, there's a chat too. And let me look. Supposedly, I'm supposed to be able to put your chat. Hey, AD, hi. Awesome. So I'm on this new platform called Riverside. And so I'm supposed to be able to show, look, down to the bottom left. Okay, it's going to come on. I'm a little delayed. So of course, AD, you're not here to help me out, but I couldn't get it going. I couldn't get it going. Look at it's supposed to. Oh, hey, treasure. Let me put you on. It says show on stream. So you guys should. There it is. It's teeny weeny down there. Teeny weeny. Happy 2025. 2025. Oh my gosh. No, wait. Tony's here too. Oh, wow. I am like so happy to be with my friends for 2025. I got Treasure, AD, True Vision. You guys rock. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love that you guys are chatting up. This is great. So, this is a pre podcast. I've given myself a break, which many of you guys do when it comes to, giving yourself some time to really revamp. So, I like to do, as you can tell, I'm very excited because I like to do things live. And yes, they get messed up. So, I'm really honored that we have some people here. So, this podcast is for landscape, nature, and macro photographers that really want to push their photography to the next level and be valued. So I'm here to help you. And I actually just shared this podcast as me building my business and helping you guys with good and bad when it comes to business. And I definitely have some experience on that. So what I'm going to do is now, what I do is I do the live podcast, and then I will go through the chat again and if you guys have questions, because there's a post podcast that I do afterwards. So some of you guys, this is again 2025, and I'm going to do this. I do this every Tuesday. So if you are interested, definitely check out the YouTube video. I also have tons of goodies down in my YouTube where I used to have a Macro Chat live show, and AD was my producer. Woo! That was so much fun. But we've been traveling here. So now I'm here for you guys. And I wanted to say Happy New Year also before. And I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. I'm here in the East Coast, and holy moly, I'm a California girl. And it is like, I don't know, what does it say? 10 degrees here. I don't know, like windshield 5, 6 degrees. I'm like nice and cozy in the we rented an apartment while we're visiting our daughter here in New Hampshire. And it's cold. You guys got some thick skin over here. I'll tell you that right now. So this is great. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm super excited you guys are here. These are all you guys are my friends. So what I want to talk about is I want to go through the photography roadmap, and I'm going to go what I wanted to do is I want to make sure cuz I cut this and I'm on. Let me just tell you where I'm on. So let's go back cuz I got so excited you guys were here. That's hilarious. I've had such a wonderful career with and hanging out with photographers for sure. Okay, so pre-prodding. Let's go. Live potting now. Wait, I want to share with you guys. Here's where I'm at. This is post. I'll come back. So I actually cut these and I'm on Apple and Spotify and Amazon and I want to thank I had a couple well, I was going to share with you but now I got all distracted. I love it- I wanted to share people that gave me like 5 stars and good reviews and I'm getting that and I want to thank you. I really from my heart it's really awesome. So you could check me out live there. And then I'm on photobizmethod.com and I put these all on my blog. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a roadmap that really helped me in my photography journey. And I feel like I wanted to share this in the beginning of the year because a lot of us like to say, okay, this is the time for me that I'm really going to do blank. It's a goal, right? And, it's okay if things fall off. I mean, at least you try. That's my whole thing. But I wanted to start something, a journey with you guys that I feel like some of you may want and some of you may not. So, when I first started photography and I was in college, I remember my professor when, we take all these classes and we got to a point where we had to take like a more advanced photography classes and you had to sit with a professor advisor to like tell you what you should take and what you shouldn't take to graduate and all this kind of stuff. And the professor, I had already taken like a basic photography class, and the professor was a photographer. Actually, I had an art professor. This is how awesome my college was. I had an art professor and a photography because I had art emphasis in photography. So I had two people helping me, which was really awesome. That's why I always still to this day, AD, he was, I mean, I was like so excited that he was mentoring me with my photography and True Vision was there and AD was helping us with our creativity. So I always believe in always going and getting help. And I even have a coach right now that helps me with launching. So that person is amazing. So, anyways, that's how you grow. But the problem is that we don't feel we're ready and until I have somebody tell me, "You're ready, Janice. You're ready." Actually, even AD, you were like, you could have a remember we had a talk about having my own mentor, like have a group for myself to mentor other photographers. And he's like, you could do this. You already teach. You should do this. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be going on with this. So there's things, and that's what happened to me in college. The professor's like, "You're ready. You're ready for the next level." And I'm like, "Really? Really? My photography is ready?" And I say, "You're ready. You're ready when you have at least one portfolio that you truly love, and you're like, I love this portfolio. I want to share it to the world, and I want to keep doing this and take my passion to profit." That's what I did. I took my passion to profit and I licensed. I'm a photographer who licensed my images. I still license to this day, and my stuff is all over the place. So, anyways, I now because what happened, I'll just tell you the story. What happened was some of the people that was helping kept asking me questions about business, like how are you doing this? How do you make money to passion profit? Because so many people are saying you can't do it, and da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay, well, first of all, uh, uh, you have to really want it, and I did. I got the bite really early in life, well, in my photography life, I should say. And this right here in front, I know this is a podcast, so only you guys that here on YouTube can see it. But I'm going to talk to you podcasters that I want to let you know that if you have a portfolio that you're ready to that you just love and everybody doesn't have to like it. Photographers don't have to like it. It has who needs to like it is your people, the people that like your style. So a lot of photographers hang out with photographers, which is great. You should. But if you want to sell, you should hang out with the people that you want to sell to. There's that's and it seems easy, but it's hard because my next step was, well, what am I going to offer? What am I going to do? Well, in the beginning, I didn't say I want to license my image. I was like, oh, I'll just print. And I was in the art scene, so I had some shows, and I tried a lot of variety of things until I really soul searched and I realized what I wanted to do. Then I could really offer what I wanted to do. And I liked the hospitality industry, so that was my goal. And then I really got to know what they needed, because my life was consumed with design, with the focus of industrial, and I loved it. And I just wouldn't I mean, you have that feeling. It's almost like taking a photograph. So the roadmap for me went to that. I was like really understanding what they wanted. And from then, I mean, I got connections, and we didn't have a lot of social media. It was more about connections. Nowadays, you have social media, which is really cool. I did hang out on LinkedIn, so I'm not going to lie. I wasn't like totally off the grid. I did get some gigs, and I really love LinkedIn. Now, like most things, if you're going to go in free, hey, you're going to get hit, buy this, buy this, buy this, whatever. You just have to turn it off a little bit. But, anyways, the next step, because had that passion, and in your soul that you want it. I know it's scary, but you just know that, like, this is my people, this is where I want to hang out. And in between this stuff, I'm still with my craft. I'm still like, that's how I learned AD with AD and hanging out with everybody. But I also learned the pricing strategy of who I wanted to work with because I was hanging out with them. So I did a lot of research, and I found photo quote. Photo quote is really good for people who license, and I was engulfed in photo quote. And that helped me when it came to contracts and understanding what to do. Now, of course, you may have a different roadmap. I wanted to share you my roadmap because it can happen. I don't want you to listen to the naysayers. It's this The roadmap is taking the drive and keep moving forward with your true passion. You could go for years and say you want it, but if you don't do it, then it's a hobby, and that's fine if that's what you want. I don't want a hobby. I wanted more than that because I loved it. It felt great to be able to give and serve someone with what I love to do. And then the last part was obviously creating a professional area and being professional, because I understood my client. I understood what they wanted, and I knew that I could give them what they wanted because I'm doing it and making it extra special for them. So that is my main roadmap. And that is how I really started. Matter of fact, one of my clients that I work with, she didn't even go to the next step, which is marketing and sales. Well, she does sales, she does obviously, but how she marketed, she doesn't even have a website, or she does have a website. I don't know, but she doesn't use it. Because one of the things that I teach is that if you want to work business to business, you start connecting with the businesses, and you start, and that's a LinkedIn thing, or researching, and you find a company that you like and you email them, and I give them an email draft and all that stuff. And she did it, but she did it. I don't want to take the credit because this girl rocked it. She took the information and she revamped the email and worked with the company, and then would come on. She came on a couple times as we were talking in our group on the things that she had questions with. But I have to say that she was there, and she started from the roadmap that I have, and she rocked it all the way to what she's doing and what she loves, which I'm very proud of her. So, but I have the second part that I'm going to share with you that I did, to share with you that these little steps don't have to take years. Honestly, once you truly know what you like and what you want to do, you just go full force and you just focus. I mean, I cut myself off in the holidays because I am working with my clients now this year during my business. I have a coaching program, and through the year they've been giving me questions. Some of you guys know they give me questions, and I write it all down, and I went through everything. You should do this with you. If you are selling, you should find out what people like, what they don't like, and then reevaluate and make sure that you hit the mark. If it's your values, you don't need to change or chase the sale. I don't do that, but I know that my clients need things. And so that's what I did. I shut myself off for 3 weeks. I was doing a lot. I was but you know, if you my husband always says, "It's not a job if you love what you do." And he's right. It didn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like a job. I knew I'm making these new videos. I knew I'm answering the questions because AI is here, as we all know. So I needed to put that into my coaching program. And you should be thinking of what is your future with what you're doing with your photography. And so it's pretty cool. So I did that. But in my life as a photographer, I went more into having the website, building an email list, which was great. I have my email list because a lot of times when things go down, we've heard like Facebook, Instagram, Google, whatever, when that goes down, I still have my email list. Like my email list knows that I'm here, but obviously I gave everybody the wrong link. um, so that's what and then I built my clientele because I mean, a royal tribe. I have in here, the next step is a loyal tribe, a loyal client base. And the reason why they're loyal is because you love what you do and you're working with them. So I would get an email and say, "Hey, I need this. I work for such and such, and I would love your work. I went to your website to see your work, and I'm in the middle of a project." And so then we would start connecting first, and I would say, "How did you find me?" "Oh, my assistant found you because she was talking to somebody else that did this." I mean, it's just like crazy. Like once you get that feel and you're still working in the sector, the word gets around. Like, "Hey, she does this and she does it quick and da 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 and whatever," is it works out really nice. But the thing was is that I never gave up. I never gave up. I still don't give up. That's why this podcast is going, even though it was totally the wrong thing. I'm like, I'm just going to do it. That's what I want for you. Just do it. Get some help if you can't do it. And of course, you have to handle the business side, which we all know that's not fun. In America, I don't know anything about Europe and all that, but in America, there's always taxes and all that non fun stuff. But that's okay because it lets me do what I want to do. And I hope that you don't let that bring you down because you have to worry about taxes and stuff like that. And then the last part of what I do and what I've done is scale and innovate what I want to do in my life. And I always measure everything. Like I was just telling you right now, I measure this new business of coaching because I'm older now. I was like, and the clients asked me about it, so that's why I'm doing it. Because I feel for people that want a business but don't know where to go or just feel like they're not ready. And it's not true. If you have what you really love and people have like, hey, like something, think about it. That's something that's really cool, and if you have some special. I mean, Tony, with your Scott, the I think okay, let me just say this. I have Tony's here. Well, I should just say True Vision's here. His night photography is absolutely gorgeous. And but I want to say something too. I'm calling you out, Tony. The things that I feel that happens to a lot of photographers, I'm not saying that happened to you, Tony, but I feel like we all love other people's photography. That's how I found AD because I loved his photography. But we are all different. So when you don't the comparing is really what knocks a lot of people down. So as you're comparing to other photographers, and I don't do it as good as that person or whatever, da da da, da, people. we are so hard, us photographers are so hard on ourselves that what happens to the roadmap is that we go through the roadmap and yes, we should always improve on our photography, right? But don't stop because you like, oh, that person's better than me. Well, that person may be better than you. There's tons of people better than me, but guess what? The people I work with, I give them value by working and giving them what they want and making sure that I'm here for them and talking to them and connecting to them. And after I worked with them, I'd always give them a little mug and still, well, I don't do this to the day because I have someone help me licensing my work, but back in my days when I worked one to one, I was really within that and within that realm, and I that's what I am right now. I'm here within your realm to help. So I feel like with 2025, if you have that dream, if you really have that dream, then don't say to yourself, I can't do it. Because time, yeah, sucks. But if you, I mean, next week, I'm going to talk about time. I'm going to talk about giving yourself a little bit of time to work on a roadmap of your own. So again, with me, I built my portfolio. I designed my offer for because I knew what I wanted to do by researching. And then I really connected to the people, the clients that I wanted to work with. And then I developed the pricing strategy. But yes, I did do the research on my own because I needed to know the pricing because I had no idea with that because I was in the fine art field, not the licensing field. And then I definitely went into a professional realm like, hey, I'm legit. I'm not a spammer. I will do what I got to do to make sure that my service to you is good. And I did that. And then I went in through, obviously, kept going with the marketing. If you want to n- go beyond just that client. So I worked with several different licensing companies, and the only way that I could do that was really market myself. And I did more of that on LinkedIn, but it wasn't like crazy all over. So it was just continually talking the talk to my clients. So that's how I built the client base. And of course, the business side just happens. And always measure what you got to do and scale once you've finished the one thing. Like a lot of photographers also want to do like 3 or 4 different things, and that's okay. But first do your real hardcore dream and then build upon that. That's one of the things I'll share with you is a value ladder. I'll do that too on the podcast for you guys. But that's what I really wanted to try to inspire you guys, honestly, that you have that. I mean, the passion that we all have is so, so awesome and it's for us. But to spread that off, people pay for value because if you give someone something free, oh, I love it. But they pay for it, I love it. When you buy something, you love it. So artists, photographers, have them love it. Definitely have them love it because it's good. They will appreciate you when they pay for what you do. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me see. I hope I've inspired. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I can't believe it. I am like ecstatic. So let me go back to this area right here. We're going to the post potting. And basically, again, I'm going to cut what I did earlier as I was talking because I'm like blah blah blah. It's live. I'm surprised the doggies haven't barked. But I'm really, really happy that you're here, and I really hope that this has helped you really say, "Yes, I'm gonna do this." But I have been doing the podcasts and sending it off. YouTube definitely is something different, but most people don't really like to sit here and listen. And again, it's not cut. But honestly, I love YouTube so much that I feel like you can get stuff out of this. So definitely, if you're watching this after, which I'm going to push this out afterwards, you can just leave comments down below if you have a question or anything like that. And give it a like and all that fun stuff that because what happens is if you like and subscribe, then I'll drop into your email and you don't have to always be live, which I love when you guys are here live, honestly, to tell you the truth. But if you're on any of these, leave a review because it would really help me and help other photographers. I should say it really does help me. I'm not going to lie. Why should we lie and say, oh, you're going to do it for everyone else? I'm doing this for me too. I want to express myself in a different way. And the reason why you do the stars, and if you don't like what I'm doing, then let me know. Don't let me know on those podcast things though, because they're not going to push me up. I'm just trying something new. So I'm not the greatest right now. I get it. But I feel that when I did some research, there is some podcasts for photographers, but more in the wedding. Oh my gosh, the wedding photographers rock, man. They got a lot of podcasts and all kinds of stuff out there. I want more for landscape and nature photographers and even some of you fine art photographers. I also have a Facebook group that is just for marketing. And these podcasts will go into that area if you're interested too. I haven't done a lot of work there in the last 3 weeks because I've been working on my coaching program. But I did share with them, I said, hey, let's start 2025 with your own roadmap. Let's just do it. But if you want to join the Facebook community that's just for marketing, then I'm over there in Facebook and I have a lot of fun there too. I get a lot of questions, and that's some of the questions that I get from you guys in that location. First, it's my email. It's my email list really helps a lot. I put out these things and say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And I get people that respond and say, "Oh, I think this and this, and you guys rock." So, and then I have this too. So I will do podcasts just for you guys if you have questions. So let's see. Do you let me I believe that would be anything else? Goal setting for the new year. It's at the end. Yeah, we always do goals and we may fall off. So next week, I believe, did I put it in here? I'm not sure. I had to grab one of these waters because I was so late. So tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat. Let me see what you guys doing because I'm pretty much done with the actual podcast. I'm going to just say, oh my gosh, what? Hold on. This is for fun, you guys. Show in the stream. Where you're in Fingers Lakes? Where's that? Okay, hold on. I'm reading. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this is. Okay. Show. Show. How come it's not showing? Get some help if you can't do it. Oh, thank you, Wallace. Right, right. Get some help if you can't do it. Love your words. How come it didn't? Oh, it automatically. Hold on. See, I'm learning this new program. There. Now it has this thing where it shuts off. Oh, thank you. How does professional photography work? Showcase a website, for example, but knowledge from YouTube channels swipe images. Hold on one second. Get some help. Yes. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that I inspired you because that's what I'm here for, to inspire you. How does a professional photography work showcase a website? Oh, okay. For example, but knowledgeable from YouTube channels swipe images. Okay, let me just say, how does a professional photography showcase on a website? Okay, so I'll do that first. And then I'll try to I think I understand. I think I understand the second. I wanna make sure. So, with me and my clients, one of the things that I express to them is that when you have a website, I your website is designed for your clients. So, if you Wallace, what kind of photography do you do? Then maybe I can even go even deeper with you. So I'll just while if you do put that up there, I'll look in a second. But, um, and then I'll talk about YouTube because YouTube is awesome for photographers. Let me if you're photographing, oh my gosh, YouTube is so cool. Okay, let's talk about the website. One of the main things that I feel about the website is as long as you are talking the talk of your clients, that means you really understand what they need. We sell feelings, and you express to them, "This is what I do." Your website is basically like a huge business card, and it gives people to more comfort that you are legit. Because as we know, there's tons of spam people everywhere. And it gets really bad. I mean, there's hackers and all that kind of stuff. But as you put your portfolio on the website, then they will be away from all the social distractions. So if you want to sell on your website, you can. Most people will you I just want you to know that they will bounce off if you do not have the verbiage that they want to hear. Like if you are a landscape photographer that loves to hike, then I would talk the hiking talk and my photography. So I always feel like the photography obviously is your soul, but what do your people love to do? Like my people love design, and it would change every year, and there was verbiage on the Pantone, and just that kind of talk is how I talked on my website. So always talk to them, to one person, one person. Don't say, "Hey, this is my website and I can do this for you. I do this for these are what I do." I really feel like try to make it personal. The portfolio though, they'll like you by how you connect, be yourself, and then obviously they're wanted to see your photography, so then they will definitely swipe through the photography. Yes, they will swipe quickly. But I feel like too, they really will enjoy you. So showcasing on a website is huge because you're taking them away from all the other distractions. They've gone there, but they'll bounce off really quick too. I mean, that's one of the things that's really good about one of the things that's really nice about a website is that there's a thing called a heat map, and you can go in and you can look to see where people are on your website, and it's free. And you go to the website, and if they're like bouncing off down below, then you know you need to change things up a little bit. And maybe you're just talking too much. A lot of people don't like a lot of verbiage. You just do like really good headlines. Hey, this is what I do. This is my imagery. This is how you can get a hold of me. Basic things like that to get them there. And they will email you from there for sure. A lot of people do more email or texting. If you want to do like, it's up to you. Maybe WhatsApp, something like that. But I think that's your, I think that's your question. I like to go into this. Can you tell I'm talking about it? I get really excited about this kind of stuff. I love connecting. That's why it's called Capture and Connect. Now, let me talk about YouTube real quick, you guys. Some of you might want to do YouTube. Okay. I feel like one of the problems that we have as photographers is that we don't share enough of how hard it is and how much time it takes for us to make our work. So when they say, "Hey, I got a new piece out or a new photograph out," you show the photograph, and then the photograph, they just, then you say the price and they're like, "Oh my God, I can go to Target." Well, go to Target because you're going to get something different from me. And this is what I did to make this for you. So YouTube is really good. If you want to teach, some photographers like to teach. So that's even better. If you're teaching what you do, YouTube's great. But you can even I know some photographers on YouTube that what they do is they share, like they walk behind the scenes and they go in, they show what they're doing, then they may go in and do a little post processing and do all this stuff, and then they get to see the final piece. And the final pieces, they're like, so it's kind of like it's called a launch. So you go through these things, and then the final piece, oh, it's available. You can purchase it here today. And this is what I would do. You could you if you want to purchase it for print, you could do it now, and then it's going to go out to license. And then licensing, sometimes what I would do, another thing I would do, these are all market things for YouTube, like so good. You could share all the different things that you're doing on YouTube, on how you're making the piece, and then towards the end, you could say something like, if you don't license, or if you do license, you say, "I'm going to license this, so you need to grab it because I'm going to put it out in like to some of my companies that I work with, so it'll be gone within like 2 to 3 days. And if you want to do this, because the people that are hitting YouTube, the algorithms, so basically what you say on YouTube will drag in people that like what you say. So if I'm talking about hiking and I'm going to do all this hiking, and I'm going to have a waterfall coming up soon. I don't do any of this, but I have a client that does this, so this is kind of for him. So I'm going to do a waterfall. Oh, this is where I went, and now I'm post processing this and doing all this. He's not on YouTube, but it would be good if he did some scenes. You don't even have to talk, you could just share the work that you're doing, and now boom, it's up. And it's going to be up only for 3 more days to sell, and then I'm going to take it down, because I'm going to sell another piece. You got to be inventive with your business, because otherwise they'll just say, "Oh, well, I'll come back later and grab that piece." And then they will just bounce off. So that's why I like YouTube, because YouTube, you can make these little videos, you could show them the process, you could show them, wow, that took a lot of work, and I really am inspired on how that photographer made that piece. So I don't even know if I'm even answering your questions. I did answer the website, but I didn't know too much about the YouTube channel swipe and then swiping images. Swiping images, yes, definitely. The way you stop, people will stop. Let's just talk about swiping. Let's just talk. So, swiping, people swipe Instagram, boop, boop, boop. They stop. They're like, ooh, I like that. Then they go to the image, and the top thing that you say, they will read. So that's called that's a hook right there. You have to, what are you going to say about it? What are you going to stop them to say, "Oh my gosh, I did this waterfall and it took me 2 hours to hike." Oh wow, let me stop. Then they read the story. They get into the story of how you made the imagery. Then they're like, "You know what? This is cool. I got to see how he did this, how he made this image." Click. That person just instantly said, "I'm going to follow you." And then as they get to know you, that's where they trust you. And if they like your images instantly and they're like, "Oh, let me go to the website. Let me see if the person's legit." Most of the time that will happen. That's what will happen, because you may get a ping that's on the side and saying, "Hey, I saw you on Instagram." I've had that before. "I saw you on Instagram. I'd love to work with you." And then we go to email. So I've talked a lot. All right, you guys. Thank you for coming. Happy 2025. All right, I'm going to say goodbye. And I just want to thank every single one of you guys. I usually give like a fun gift or something, but honestly, I was so frazzled over having this new thing. Now I understand how it goes. I'm going to have to figure out how things are happening on Riverside, so I make sure that you guys see me. And yeah, so I would love to see. Okay, hold on. Oh my God. Yes, nice. Oh, wait. So my pipes froze overnight. I believe it. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is so cold over here in New England. Thank you, Wallace. Wallace, is this the first time you've been here? Thank you, Treasure. Thank you, Scott. Yes, happy New Year's. All right, I will say goodbye. Thanks for coming, you guys. You have a good one, okay? I will be here next week and hopefully, crossing my fingers, everything home, mom, everything will be okay. All right. Cheers.